what does Gene not see that you see? And Gene, what does Gordon, what is he smoking to get to his position?
Thug moment right there. Joe, the host, asking what is Gordon Johnson smoking to get to his position. Haha, I love it. Today, we are going to get some investing pearls from a man who gets less right than a broken clock. Give it to us, Gordon.
All right, listen, I think that Tesla's valuation is, for lack of a better word, absurd. And listen, so for Tesla at $1,000 to be represented in the valuation, it needs to go from selling roughly 900,000 cars a year to 20 million cars a year. That's what Gene is projecting in 10 years. What that means is that every single quarter, Tesla needs to ramp and build and basically come out with a new factory of 500,000 cars that's completely sold out. Clearly, they're not doing this. So if you assume they do this every 6 months, it's going to take 20 years. By the way, they're not planning a new factory every 6 months. But even assuming they do that, that's going to take 20 years. But
Gordon, the GOAT analyst. Wait, Borat, are you saying Gordon is not the GOAT analyst?
Not so much. Wow.
Oh, Borat, you are savage. As for you, Mr. Gordon, I believe what you're trying to say is Tesla needs to make a new factory that produces 500,000 every quarter or even every 6 months to end up making 20 million cars a year. Okay, so let's use Giga Shanghai as an example to try and work out what your thinking is. I use the term thinking loosely. If you look at Giga Shanghai when it was first built, it was said to have a capacity of 450,000 production. Now, if you look at this article from Insider EVs, which I'll link in the bottom, it shows that the latest 2 months of actual production numbers show an annual capacity currently at 660,000. And this does not take into account the December numbers, which will hopefully drop early January.
Wow.
Elon at the shareholder meeting mentioned that the aim will be to achieve a production target of 1 million units. Also notice that the amount of employees going from 4,000 to 19,000. And then here we have an article from the Tasmanian. It talks about how of the 3 factories that we know about potentially outputting 5 million plus production. The article goes on to say Giga Berlin and Giga Texas are said to have a production capacity of 500,000 for phase 1, believing there will be 4 phases total, and each one sees another 500k production capacity coming on board. To further support this thinking, the article then goes on to talk about how Tesla planned to hire 10,000 employees, but more recently, Tesla has talked about up to 40,000 employees.
You guys know you got to discount it back, net present value. So people in Tesla stock expect to earn 15% a year. You assume they ramp a new factory every 2 quarters, 500,000 car per year factory that's completely sold out, by the way, which they're not doing.
So Gordon is saying Teslas are not sold out. Let's jump on the Tesla website to see when we can buy one right now if we wanted to. If you look, you see the Model S. The earliest you could get one is July 2022. So the Model 3, the earliest you can get one is March 2022. The Model Y, the earliest you can get one is July 2022. And the Model X, the earliest you can get one is January 2023. So, yep, not sold out. Not at all. Check the website for yourself.
In China, their market share has fallen from 23% to 11%. They're not leading. They're being outsold by BYD and GM. In the EU, they're being outsold by VW by 2 times. They're not the leader there. And their market share has fallen from 33% to 15%. Keep in mind, in China, VW is expected to sell 2/3, roughly 75% the amount of cars Tesla will sell this quarter, and they're going to surpass them next year. So when you see competition, Tesla significantly...
You know what? I like Gordon's passion, and to be fair, he's entertaining and always good for a laugh. Gordon goes on to talk about an unknown like Tesla's China EV share, but doesn't mention that when Tesla has to ship cars to Europe in an attempt to satisfy demand there, these cars are cars that cannot be sold, obviously, because they are being shipped overseas. As for BYD, they are selling a car that Tesla would never sell due to concerns of safety and far too little ranges.
You guys know you got to discount it back, net present value. So people in Tesla stock expect to earn 15% a year. You assume they ramp a new factory every 2 quarters, 500,000 car per year factory that's completely sold out, by the way, which they're not doing. And you discount that back by 15%, you're talking about a $30 stock.
$30 a share. Last thing I want to touch on is Gordon saying Tesla stock's present value is $30. Come and look at this with me, Mr. Johnson. Q4 2020, Tesla's diluted earnings per share was 24 cents. Q1 2021, 39 cents. Q2 2021, $1.02. Q3 2021, $1.44. Q4 2021 average estimates is $1.91. This again, I'm expecting a surprise beat, somewhere above $2. According to Gordon, the GOAT clown, you should be able to buy Tesla for $30. But look at how quickly they are growing their earnings. From just last year, the quarterly earnings have grown almost 8x. Seriously, think about that. Tell me where you can buy a company growing that fast, annualized out $2 a share from the quarter, that is $8 earnings. When just last year, if you analyzed out the earnings of 24 cents, that would have been 96 cents. So using this thinking, earnings have more than 8x'd, seriously 8x'd in annualized terms in just 4 quarters. Do you really expect to buy a company like that for $30?
Grow up, Peter Pan.
I'm talking to you, Mr. Johnson. Grow up. If you've enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Catch you in the next one. I'm out.